Here, the 84, the post, the highway 380.
What's that?
It's horrid.
What?
It's horrid. It's awful.
Alright.
You'll understand. If I hadn't driven it before, I wouldn't know.
Alright.
So you know how sometimes you casually mention that you want to see the Grand Canyon, and then all of a sudden you're on a motorcycle in Abilene, Texas, heading towards the Grand Canyon? Well, that happened to me. I would say I mentioned Grand Canyon maybe 9 months or maybe even a year before we actually went. But the plan was 6 days. Perry, who's in front of me in this shot, lives in San Antonio, Texas. I live in Dallas, Texas, and we were going to meet in Abilene, Texas. The first day, we were going to stay at Roswell, New Mexico. The second day, we're going to stay in Flagstaff, Arizona. The third day, we'll stay at Jacobs Lake, which is just north of the Grand Canyon. The fourth day, we'll stay back at Flagstaff, New Mexico. The fifth day, we'll stay back at Roswell, New Mexico. And then on the sixth day, we'll arrive at both of our homes. I racked up 2,603 miles on my journey. I think Perry went even a little bit farther than that.
But yeah, I think it went pretty well. It was about 85 and sunny most of the time. And again, I did start off with heavy rain and 65 degrees for my first hour. We'll probably check in here, we'll get something to eat, and then I'll do a little closeout deal. I have no idea where we are. Middle of nowhere. Like 100 miles or so west of Roswell. Man, my brain, I tell you, this riding stuff, it gets to you. Yeah, so we're just taking a quick break, getting a snack, getting something to eat. It is very pretty out here, even though there really ain't much to see. I guess that's what's pretty about it. I think we got like 100 miles until a little town called San Antonio. Not the large San Antonio that's in South Texas, but a very small San Antonio out in west or central or something New Mexico. Alright. Get through San Antonio, the little town. Now we're in Socorro, New Mexico. We stopped at a little Subway here to eat. I think we're gonna head west from here, and then maybe, I don't know if you can see, oh, Fike's in there. But yeah, we're about ready to get headed out again. While we're still about to leave Socorro, I thought I would mention, oh, by the way, here we are.
27 miles, 35 miles, 43 miles, 48 miles, then we change maps.
Okay. That's kind of where Socorro is. If you can see on the map, Albuquerque is right there, and then to the south is Socorro. What I wanted to say is, somewhere between Roswell and San Antonio / Socorro, we passed the Rio Grande River. It was large and in charge and very awesome. We also passed the White Sands Missile Range. If you don't know about that, you should definitely Wikipedia it. Very cool. And lastly, we passed a sign that pointed towards the Very Large Radio Telescope Array. So, we're heading west in the middle of New Mexico, and we found the VLA, as it's called, Very Large Array of Radio Telescopes in the middle of the desert. Yeah, if I had to guess, I'd say there's probably 20 or 30 of these darn things, and it looks like they set up like a railroad track, and they just kind of build them in that big building out there, and then it looks like they just railroad them into their spot, and then they plant them down, and that's that. All right, well, cool. You know, I didn't think this was along our route, so, you know, when I saw that sign saying it was near here, I still didn't think we were gonna go by it, but pretty freaking awesome. Any words about the telescope?
Wow.
I think that says it all. You know, despite what you might think, taking a long motorcycle trip isn't all glamour, you know? Sometimes you just gotta sit and take a break. You know, I haven't really ridden with, you know, other people before, so I don't know what's like considered normal or whatever, but I'd say we take a break every hour or two for a few minutes. And you know, some of those are gas stops. You just have to get gas, so you stop for a minute. But we're at a little town called Sholo. We are...
Overgard.
Oh, did we already pass Sholo?
This is Overgard.
Overgard. Alright, well, near Sholo, sorry. Overgard is where we are. Seems to be like a kind of camping resort town area. You know, we're up in the mountains. There's a lot of cabins and things.
A lot of traffic.
A lot of traffic. Well, it's Memorial Day weekend, so I just think there's a lot of people in this area because it is Memorial Day weekend. Probably still a few hours out of Flagstaff, I'd say, yeah. Yeah, we got a ways to go, you know. We've been making good progress, but a lot of these mountain roads are, you know, 45, 50 miles an hour, and there's plenty to see, but you just don't make good time. Perry brought these little chairs, and it's so nice to just sit. Hey, you think we're sitting the whole time on our bike, but you just gotta get off. So, Perry's about to hit 104,000 miles on his bike. I got quite a ways to catch up. I'm probably gonna hit 32,000 on this trip, so yep. 3/4 away through day 2 on the epic Grand Canyon journey. Alright, we're in our hotel here, day 2. We went 570 miles today on the dot. It's quite a considerable amount of miles. We left at about 8 a.m. and we arrived here at about 8 p.m. with a 1-hour time difference. Arizona's wacky and they don't do daylight savings time, so I think technically we were on the road for 13 hours. You know, we did stop for lunch, you know, get gas, so probably 10 or 11 hours of riding today. Pretty brutal. Tomorrow we got 300 miles, I think, much lighter. Check out that footage from Sedona. It was pretty awesome. I'm gonna go on record and say that was probably my favorite ride I've ever been on so far. Perry says the same thing, and he has ridden more than I. That was amazing in Sedona. Just the whole valley, the mountains, the air. It was so cool. Tomorrow, Grand Canyon. That's why we're here. So, thanks for watching. Stay tuned.